All right, good morning, everyone. Today is day 20 of my 25-day mental health challenge. It is Thursday, September 3rd, 2020, and day 20, so 5 days to go. My topic today is asking for help. Why, when, and who you need to reach out to. So I just think this will be a great topic today on mental health, so I'll get started in a minute. Got the UConn hat on today in honor of Cliff Robinson, the original Husky. Sorry, Clay Johnson. Led us to the first championship in NIT. So we all love Cliff. That was a sad loss for the UConn community. All right, I'll talk about my 25 for mental health. I'll definitely get my 25 push-ups for mental health when I'm done. And my +5 today, I'll talk about her first, is for Chelsea Gaborn, a former student of mine, an athlete at Brookside High School, college athlete, phenomenal young lady. One of my daughter's very good friends growing up, so I know her very well. So Chelsea started what she's calling 50 to Feel Challenge, 50 miles in a month. Okay, so again, that mental health challenge. Can you walk, bike, jog, run, whatever it may be, 50 miles in a month? So I accepted the challenge. I biked on did biking 14 miles yesterday. And my goal is to go out there and get at least another 11 in today, and I'll be halfway done. So I want to do 50 miles a week is my goal for the challenge. So Chelsea, I love it. What a great inspiration, and I'm going to get the word out for you. All right. So today I want to talk about asking for help. And instead of the word for, FOR, I use the number 4. And I'll explain that why as we get down. Now, one of the things I want to preface this with is this is John Russo, a middle school teacher, just talking about things that, I would talk about in middle school and this and that. I'm no professional. I'm no expert. I'm just trying to give everyday advice, and just common sense things. And then I listen to people's comments. I get to give input back. So, this is just me saying, hey, here's what I see, and here's the examples I've seen in my life. Okay. So by no means am I an expert on anything of this, but this is just my personal experiences. All right. So I'm going to start with the verse again, and I think it's a great one. Okay. Because if we're going to ask for help, this starts off with, it says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. That's from Philippians 4, Philippians 4, verse 6. Okay, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, with that positive attitude, present your requests to God. So here it is right here where Paul's telling us, ask God for direct help. Pray and present your request to God. Ask God for indirect help through others by petitioning others around you. Now, look at how well this worked out for me. Okay, I presented my request to God, and not only did God give me direct help, but look at all the indirect help He has granted me by putting all these positive people in my life. So, to me, again, just a great example of it's there. You just have to look for it. God is there. You just have to look for it. Okay, so here's what I'll say. Why do we have to ask for help? I think that's the first question. Now, I'm going to take this from a man's point of view for just 1 minute, and because of the culture we grow up in, that, men, we can't ask for help. That's a sign of weakness. That's ridiculous. Okay, number one, everyone needs help. We all do. That's life. No one's going to go through life without needing help. Now, whether or not you ask for it, that's where the courage comes in, because it takes courage to ask someone for help. One of the things that would mystify me about my students sometimes is they would be sitting and struggling with something. I'd be watching, we'd be doing some map skill on latitude and longitude, and they'd be going the wrong direction, and they'd be frustrated. And I'd finally say, hey, do you need some help? Oh, thank you, Mr. Russo. Well, why wouldn't you ask me? Go ahead and ask. It's okay. That's my job. That's why I'm here. So again, even when people need it, sometimes they're hesitant to ask. Okay, so again, why do we have to ask for help? Because everyone needs it, and because we can't solve all of our problems on our own. Again, another great example. I got myself into a situation there doing the right thing, but I couldn't solve it on my own. The SCTA stepped up big for me. Stepped up big, got me my financial support, lawyer, the whole thing, and represented me very well. So I knew that I couldn't solve that problem on my own. People came and spoke for me at the school board meeting. I didn't get my 3 minutes, but other people solved that for me. And that was pretty cool. Okay. Why else do we have to ask for help? Because we have to be able to reach out. We have to be able to be vulnerable, and we have to be able to swallow our pride. Believe me, one thing I've learned as I've gotten older is pride is a weakness. Okay. I have no problem asking for help all the time because I fall short all the time. So there's no reason that I wouldn't be asking for help. Every time I think I do one of these, I say, if I'm doing something wrong, call me out. Please call me out because that's the type of help I need. I have righteous anger, but sometimes I have human anger, and that gets in the way. And I might make a rude comment that isn't something I want to do, but the human side of me catches it at that moment. So we have to be able to swallow our pride and ask for help. And that's a hard thing for a lot of people to do. Imagine having to go ask for somebody to grovel, to beg. No, that's not what you're doing. You're reaching out. You're being vulnerable. You're being honest. You're saying, listen, I need help with this. This is an issue. Okay, so then the question to me would be, when do we ask for this help? Okay, now that we know why we need it, when should we ask for it? Well, my suggestion would be whenever you feel anxious, frustrated, angry, or depressed, or desperate. All these are signs, this anxiety building up, frustration where you're going to get angry or desperate that something needs to happen. Those are mental signs. Those are signs your brain's telling you, listen, reach out. You need help. You need assistance. You need someone's advice, someone's comfort, someone's insight. And that's a great thing because think about when people ask you for that, how happy you are to give that to them, to help solve their problem, to help them work through it. So just as we're happy to give, we have to be happy to receive that. And again, I had to swallow my pride and be humbled. I'm on here crying like a baby, people reaching out to me, but that's who I am. I mean, that's who I am. I'm not going to hide from it. Um, why else do we need to ask for help? When we realize that the obstacle is too great for us to conquer on our own. How many of those obstacles do we run into in life where you absolutely need somebody's assistance? If it's a medical issue, you have to go to a doctor. If it's a financial issue, you might have to go to an accountant. If it's a legal issue, you might have to go to a lawyer. Okay, but when that obstacle is too great to conquer, you're not on your own. And I'm going to come to who we ask for help next, but you're not on your own. There's people out there whose job it is and compassion it is to help you. Okay, so then the final question would be, who are these people? Who do we ask for help? Now, this is my list, and then you can put this in any order you want, but my order starts number one with God. I'm always going to ask God first because that's what he says. Present your requests to God. Present them by prayer and by petition with thanksgiving. Lord, thank you. Can you please guide me through this? That's something I always said. I never prayed for an outcome. Believe me, I wanted to win my case because I didn't do anything wrong, but I wasn't ignorant enough to tell God what to do and say, okay, God, in order for you to show me that you're here, you're going to let me win. No, whatever happens, Lord, just guide me through it. And boy, am I being guided through it. It's been phenomenal. So God is always first for me. My pastor would be second. My Randy Miller, Nick Williams, Brian Yost, Jeff Wilson. We can go down the list. Chris Cahill. There's so many of you. Kenny, just so many people. David Cooper out there willing to, my Bob Buckus, my brother-in-law, my favorite pastor of all, buddy. They're there. They're there to give you a positive insight. One of the things I can tell you you're absolutely going to get from a pastor is an honest insight. Honest. And that's what we need sometimes. Okay, so who else should we ask for help? Well, your spouse, I think, would always be a good person to ask for support. Your children, your family, your friends, those closest to you, those who you have a connection with, who know you well. And aren't afraid to give you constructive criticism. That's one of the things. I had a very good friend of mine, wife, call me up and talk to me because she was uncomfortable when I was talking about race and that. And I said, great, because I was uncomfortable too. So I'm glad you shared that with me. And so this is what we need to do. Here she was, a friend, and she felt compelled to give me some insight. and was kind of nervous, but all I did was thank her. That was awesome, Debbie. That was awesome. And so this is what you have to be able to do. You have to be able to listen to these people, ask them. Okay, again, who else do we ask for help? Obviously, professionals. And I had said that before, whether you go to a lawyer, a doctor, an attorney, they're going to give you solid, factual advice. Again, the pastor is going to give you honest, godly advice, but professionals will give you solid, factual advice. So now you're getting it at both ends. And then if you put your spouse, children, family, and friends in the middle, you got a pretty good combination there. Okay, and then I'm going to throw this one in. Me. Okay, who else can we ask for help? Now, I don't have the answers, but I can tell you this. I have the time right now to listen and to talk. And sometimes that's all that people need. So if you ever need to reach out, you can message me. You could text me. If you're not friends on Facebook with me, please friend request me. I'd be more than happy to, because I understand the power of talking and the power of listening. Okay, so why did I title this Ask for Help? Because here's what I think. You should always have the name of 4 people available to you to reach out to at any time. 4 people. Now, listen, if I'm one of them, all you have to find is 3 more. Okay, but you should always have 4 people you could reach out to, because here's why I say 4, because we all know that life gets in the way. I've had my best friends through childhood, college, adulthood be so into what's happened in my case, calling me every day, every day, and all of a sudden it stops. And then I don't hear from them for 2 or 3 days, and then they feel the need to apologize to me. I'm like, what, are you kidding me? What happened? And then they're telling me something about a job, a family member. I go, and you're worried about not having called me? And so I understand that life gets in the way. And so if we have 4 people, 4 different people we know that we could call. Maybe one's busy, 2's working, but 3, 4, you're going to get there. And in the meantime, you're praying to God the whole time anyway, and God's listening. So again, asking for help. Why do we have to ask for help? Because everybody needs help. We can't solve all of our problems on our own, and we have to be able to reach out and swallow our pride. When do we ask? When we feel anxious, frustrated, angry, or desperate. When we realize the obstacle is too great to conquer on our own. And then who do we ask? Again, my order, God would always be first, pastor second, spouse, children, family, friends, professionals. And then again, for the rest of you, shoot me a message, shoot me a text. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to listen to you. So everybody have a great day today. Happy Thursday. Teachers, keep fighting the fight. Staff, keep fighting the fight. Parents at the school board meeting, concerned parents, I'm all with you. We got to start bringing issues to the school board meeting every month. Absolutely. Big Mac, the gentleman who spoke in front of me, Mr. McNamara, I love it. Big Mac is your name now. I'm going to the next school board meeting, and I'm using my 3 minutes, and it's going to be about get real, guarantee every teacher, respect, education, and leadership. And I'm going to do my 3 minutes on that. So if anybody else has anything they want me to talk about to help promote the cause, please do. I enjoy doing this. Okay, so I'm asking for your help. Give me some suggestions. Give me some topics. Give me some things that you would like to talk to, as controversial as they may be, because that's the whole point. Again, race is the controversial issue in this country now. I see so many people complaining on the Facebook page for the concerned parents about the Black Lives Matters curriculum. Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what the specific concerns are, and let's address them. That's how we can come to a conclusion. Maybe that's how we can come to a mutual agreement or disagreement, whatever it may be. But asking for help. Don't ever be afraid. Don't ever be ashamed. We all need help. And again, if you want to look at an example of someone who's thriving from help, it's me. I am doing fantastic because of the help I've received from God, pastor, spouse, children, family, friends, professionals. So thank you all. Everybody have a wonderful Thursday. And Chelsea, I'm going to do my last 5 for you for the 50 to field. God bless and have a great day.